Welcome to my new closet. My new bedroom in my new apartment does have a walk-in closet, which is so crazy. And as you can see, I brought enough to fully fill it up. So I'm making a new rule for myself where if I go thrifting and I decide to keep a few items for myself, I have to take that same amount or more items out of my closet and sell those. Like if I keep one shirt, I have to take at least one thing out of my closet and sell that, you know? Because there is absolutely no more room in here. I mean, like there's a little bit on the end, like over here, a little bit. But also, honestly, I'm just out of hangers, like specifically pants hangers, but we're not gonna be focusing on pants, but we're gonna be picking out 2 items to sell because I have 2 items that I am keeping from my last thrift haul. This is item number 1 that I'm keeping. It is this PS from Aeropostale zip-up hoodie. PS from Aeropostale is a children's line, but I like the way that this hoodie fits me. I like that it stops right here. Honestly, my yoga pants are like a little too high rise right now. Let me pull them down a little bit. Yeah, I've always liked that little sort of tiny sliver of stomach, sort of 2000s look, but I can't ever find things that are cut that way. But you know, kids' hoodies apparently are cut that way. So I'm keeping this one. And I am keeping this vintage Victoria's Secret pink, like sort of off the shoulder crew neck. It says Love Pink on it. I'll show you the tag. It's the vintage tag. That's honestly most of the reason why I like it. So here is the tag, here is the vintage tag. So this is gonna be mine for the time being until I get tired of it. But now we must pick 2 items from my personal collection that we must sacrifice in order to bring those in. This is honestly really hard. I don't wear half of these like most of the time, but I'm still like, what if I wanna wear it? Well, I don't wanna part with it. I picked out one thing so far. All right, I've made my decisions. Okay, so the first thing I picked out to get rid of was this leopard print sort of zip-up hoodie. I thrifted this in around like February or something, and I wore it like a couple times, but I don't really wear it anymore. I don't really like the way it fits. And I'm also gonna be getting rid of these pajama pants because these are not a set, but they look like a perfect set, and the only reason I kept the pajama pants around is because it matches these. So I'm gonna like put this together and call them like one thing. So that's item number 1. Number 2 is these fold-over yoga pants. I thrifted these in like April or May. I wore them like once when I was buying my new car. I remember this is like a monumental outfit, but they're a little too big for me, and I used to lean on the side of looser pants because like I have lost a little weight in the last, you know, few months or whatever, and I used to like lean on the side of pants that were a little too big for me because pants that like actually fit me would like kind of squeeze me. So I didn't really like the way that felt or looked, so I would lean towards bigger things. But now that I've lost a little weight, these were a little loose on me, but now they're even more loose, and I also don't like really go for that look anymore anyway. So this is number 2. And then out here, I have this clothing rack. I'm gonna put everything that I decided to keep but haven't worn yet, or like things that I've bought, like if I buy them online or something and I haven't worn yet, I'm gonna put them on this rack, and I'm gonna try to get dressed from this rack every day so I like get use out of all the clothes that I kept. Like pick at least one item from this rack every day for my outfit. On the rack, we have obviously the 2 things I just showed you that I kept from my last haul. And then we've got this fishnet tank top. Honestly, I'm probably never gonna end up wearing that because I like the idea of it, I don't know. We have this knit sweater. This I'm gonna let myself keep on the rack until like fall. This is a very fall thing, so if I don't wear it by the end of fall, then I'll get rid of it. Regular V-neck tee, I probably will end up wearing this. And these like neon yellow and gray fold-over yoga pants. There's probably more stuff in my closet that I haven't worn yet, but I put in my closet when I was unpacking. And my rule for the rack is gonna be like, I don't know if I should set like a specific time frame for like how long an item can stay on here before I go. I'm not gonna wear that, I gotta sell it, because if I buy like a jacket in like the middle of summer, and it's a winter jacket, like I'm not gonna be able to wear that for a few months, so it can stay on the rack for a while. But if an item has been on this rack for too long, and I'm like, I'm not gonna actually wear it, then I will sell it. So that's gonna help me keep my closet not packed, because obviously, we can't really fit much more in here. Let me know if you guys want me to make a series out of this, like every time I keep stuff, we have to sacrifice something from my closet. And if you are ever interested in one of my terrible sacrifices I have to make in order to bring new clothes here, the clothes I'm getting rid of will always be in my Depop, and my Depop will always be in my link tree.